That sounds valid.
All right, Joslyne and Erin, I'm ready.
All right, beautiful.
Louder.
Just let me wet the whistle real quick. Welcome back to another episode of Just Jossin Around. My lovely guest today, Erin Clough. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank fuck. Yeah. Okay. I literally, I don't know what comes over me. I want to say Cloud.
You could say
Erin
that.
Cloud.
My elementary school principal once called my name over the intercom and pronounced it Clue. I was like, what a fucking bitch.
It's like did you stand attend? You knew it was you.
I knew.
You knew.
I knew. It's never right. I went through a phase where I spelled it Cluff, and one of my teachers was like, you can't do that.
Why?
I don't know.
You're like, it's for you, bitch.
It's for you, baby. It's not even like my real last name. I was supposed to have a different one, but like shit went down on my dad's side. Yeah. You want to hear something nuts? My brother got his... I didn't wait. My brother got his first tattoo when he was 17, so he had to get like parental permission. So my dad like signed it. And he was like, what are you going to get? And he was like, I'm going to get our last name across my back, like a football jersey. My dad was like, do it.
Your dad is a menace.
My dad did that. And then like while he's healing, my dad said, you know, that's not accurate, right?
No.
And my brother was like, what? And he goes, no, my stepdad adopted me and gave me that last name. That is not your last name. And Ben went, fuck. And then he got like 20 more tattoos to cover up the shame.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's not supposed to be my last name.
Wow.
So shout out to my step-grandpa.
Yeah, but you're rocking it pretty well.
Thanks.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it any other way.
I hate it. Thank you, though.
No.
It's horrible.
It's okay. You're doing great. How's your... I'm not going to lie. Before we started rolling, I did taste test your Monster Energy drink that you have. It's lukewarm. I'm sorry. It is. And I think that's why I made the face that I made when I tasted it. Because I don't understand. Was it sitting in between your legs? What was going on?
For hours. No, I left it in my car because I was like, it'll be chilled. And now it's getting warm out.
It's getting warm out, yeah.
Yeah, so now it's...
I'm wearing a cardigan and a tank top.
I'm sweating. I'm always sweating, but I'm really sweating. Yeah, no, it's chill to the touch.
Yeah, no, I just was, the inside fluid was warmer than I thought it was going to be.
I've said that a lot.
I do like that flavor though. It's good. It's ultra watermelon.
I don't know what regular is, but not enough.
Ultra's doing the job. Hold it down.
It tastes like chemicals.
It does. I think that one of the like leading factors of my psychosis over the summer was I was drinking. It wasn't those, but it was Ghost energy drinks in the Sour Patch Kids flavor, and I would have 2 a day. Because Casey's had a 2 for $5 deal, and
you were the only one buying.
Well, no, I got my boss into them too. Like, and so I started buying 4, and we were both like pretty hooked on them. And then after like I was like recovered from the hospital, he like very seriously was like, "Do you think maybe it had something to do with the energy drinks?" It's like, yeah.
I am a piece of shit. And even I haven't done that. Like,
what? 2 energy drinks?
No, 2 Ghost energy drinks.
I know the way I felt, like I felt so good after doing it.
Have you had C4?
Yeah, because C4 has the Starburst flavored energy drinks.
The first time I had that, I was working at Costco during the pandemic, and they gave us like all these food and snack things and whatever. And I saw this energy drink, and I didn't know what the hell it was, but I was like, I'm so tired, and I'll take this. So I was on a 15-minute break, and I chugged it.
Oh, my God.
And I went back to assist at the register, and I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm like, this bitch is Tetris. Let's put this shit in the box. And the person I was assisting with was like, are you good? And I was like, yeah. I'm
scratch is so real.
Scratching everywhere. And she was like, you need to sit down. So I was forced to sit down in like the quarantine break area, and everyone was just like, are you good? And I was like, I feel great. I don't know why they benched me.
Getting benched at Costco.
Put me in, coach. I had a boot on my foot because I had broken it, and I was still like, I will go. Like, where do you want me to go? I will go anywhere. I broke my foot there.
How did you break your foot at Costco?
I don't know. Unclear. I was working in the bakery and I was cleaning up, and the next morning I woke up. I was like, ruh-roh. And like, I didn't know what to do, so I saw my chiropractor.
Oh my God, you're one of those people. Okay, because I used to work for a chiropractic office and people would treat us like 911. I remember we'd get phone calls being like, I can't move. I can't get out of my bed. I'd be like, babe, you gotta call 911. We can't do it. The way you went in. And you were like, to my foot.
I saw a YouTube video of a chiropractor cracking a baby's jaw, and I was like, he can do anything.
Yeah.
They can do anything.
Oh, God. Yeah.
No, but I went and I got an x-ray, and they were like, it's broken. And then it didn't heal, so I had to get surgery, and I couldn't walk for 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah. I was living with my parents.
Yeah.
During COVID.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, at least you had support. Yeah, you lived.
I don't know how.
Survived.
It's horrible.
That's in the bakery, though.
The bakery was top notch. Bakery was where you wanted to be.
I do envy. I like have this fantasy of wanting to work at Costco. I do, because I love being in there.
Do you?
I do. I love like shopping in there. I like the samples. I like.
You like being there?
I do.
Gives me
Because
anxiety.
they have what I like there. They have the individually wrapped, pre-peeled boiled eggs.
I know what you're talking about. They're so slimy.
So good. I
You
tear
came to
those
Tiny
shits
House
up.
once. You came to Tiny House once, and I was like,
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I do remember this.
you were like, I don't feel good. And I said, you sick?
I had gas station pre-peeled boiled eggs, and I still do that. I still get those, but they do rip my stomach up. Like, I had to drop a heavy when I pulled up to Tiny House, and that was before a show.
You came out of the bathroom, and I was like, are you good?
No.
You killed it, but like...
That's the equivalent of like blacking out before a show for me. Like, people go shot for shot before their sets. It's me like inhaling some
Fighting for
form
my
of
life.
dairy. Yeah, it's like, is X dairy? Okay, something.
People are like, I have panic attacks before show. I can't focus. Joslyne is like, I'm shitting.
I'm like self-induced making I'm trying to figure out what food combinations will perform as a laxative.
Tuna?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought it up. I'm back.
You're back, baby. I'm
back.
proud of you.
Yeah.
I went to Target the other day in the soup aisle, and I was bombarded with the tuna. And I was like, I didn't know there was so much.
There's so much. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen different aisles and what the stores are bringing to the table. It is shocking how much of a variety Target has.
Do they have more than others?
More than other
Okay.
stors. And their prices, excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's the tuna.
It's the tuna's
It's
coming.
the mercury.
I do. I have been like, I started eating tuna last week. I've limited my intake to a can a day.
Okay.
A can a day. Yeah. And I'm not eating it out of a mug. I put it in it's a low carb tortilla wrap. I put it in the wrap and I eat it. And yeah, I've been having one of those a day. And because I was sitting down and having at least 2 cans in one sitting multiple times a day. Multiple.
How many times is multiple?
I mean,
more than twice.
Twice, yeah. I mean, like twice was the minimum. So I had 4 cans a day was the starting line.
I told you that you didn't have to worry about mercury poisoning because I watch House, but I'm worried that you do.
No.
If you...
It was so much tuna.
That's crazy.
Because like it was, I just can't explain. Like my body craves it, and like
You have mercury deficiency. Your body's trying to make up for it.
Right? I actually don't know.
You're supposed to get mercury.
Yeah, I'm getting. Oh. Erin, I don't know. No. I don't know these things.
Poison.
I don't.
It's poison.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
You should get some.
The thing is like, I talked about this when we had Zach on, and because he did not know he didn't understand my tuna journey.
No, he
so
wasn't
I had
up
to
to
bring him
date
up
on
to
it.
speed. But people were calling me, like really, and like people were. I mean, I was hearing about like conversations like of people concerned. I've never had people concerned. I had major psychosis.
Yeah,
no one really even. I'm just kidding. People signed a card. It was nice. It was nice, but I mean, the actual concern, like, stop what you're doing. Joslyne's eating tuna. Like, where was
Call
this?
poison control.
Literally. But I'm back, baby.
You're back. My high school, one day, sophomore year, somebody put mercury in a water fountain and we got a half day.
What?
It was the greatest day I ever had there. It was so fun. Burke alumni, remember.
How did they find out that someone put mercury in the water? They caught him?
No, because they never caught who did it. They got away with it.
Day.
Well, some kids got sick. They're fine. But like, I don't know. I was in the auditorium because I had to see a show, and then we were just like chilling, and people were like, "Oh, we're on lockdown," and we were like, "Oh, somebody has a gun," like obviously.
Yeah.
And so I was with a bunch of theater kids, so they wouldn't shut the fuck up, and I was like, "We're gonna be the first to go."
Yeah,
like they're
yeah,
targeting
yeah.
you, bitches. And then I had my BlackBerry Storm at the time because this was 2010. You don't know what
I
that
thought
is.
that was a drink.
Don't worry about
I
it.
was like, what brand
Ghost.
makes blackberries gross?
Ghost energy drink. It was a good phone.
Yeah.
And I went on Facebook and everybody was posting. They're like, this is what's happening. Somebody has a gun. Somebody bombarded the place. Somebody let a snake loose. Somebody put mercury in the fountain. And I was like, who the fuck? You stupid bitches. And then they like rushed us all to lunch and we saw like a water fountain like cautioned off. And I was like, dare me? You know what's wild though? My brother, who was a senior at the time, I texted him and I was like, yo, can you give me a ride home? Because we're obviously not staying here. And he goes, I left 10 minutes into lockdown. I was like, what? And he goes, I walked out the front door. And I said, so I'm not saying Ben did it, but
Wow, that's insane.
Ben might have done it.
Yeah.
He didn't. I know who did it. I know who did it. I won't say. I can't get them in trouble. They gave me the best day of my high school life.
Yeah. No, that's anytime that there was a lockdown. Actually, I'm not going to say that. I went to school in New Mexico, so our lockdowns were like, there is a gun. There is a gun. We have a pack of drug dogs. I mean, just sprinting through the halls. I remember our lockdowns in New Mexico were very serious because there was one high school in the entire town, and it was a rough school. Damn. And the first time though, like we had the one of the worst lockdowns we had. I actually had smoked weed for the first time during lunch.
During lunch.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, dude. It's so crazy to think
Lunch
about
at school.
Yeah, like because we could go off camp. It's crazy to think back though.
You got to go off campus though.
Yes,
they didn't let us.
So I did it in a Burger King parking lot.
Yes,
and then
that's the ritual.
And it was, oh my gosh, I remember it being so insane. But also like I could never, which I mean I don't smoke now, but like doing that and then going back to class, like the balls that I had,
unreal.
But it was my first time smoking, and then we're walking back. And we can't get in the building because it's on lockdown. And my mom is like texting me. I'm high. Like, I'm so scared.
What did I do?
No, and she's like, are you safe? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
she knows.
Yeah, I'm safe. I'm in the classroom.
I'm doing geometry.
Yeah. And then, but these fucking snitches, they would take attendance. And if you missed attendance.
You're talking about teachers?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
These fucking snitches called my parents when I told her to go fuck herself.
Seriously.
Are you talking about teachers taking attendance?
Yes. Okay. But they would, you know, I wasn't there, so they would mark me absent.
Yeah.
And then the school would call my parents, and so that day, my mom, they got a phone call, and I was like, oh, I was late. So they already sent it before I showed up. I did that so much in high school.
I didn't do anything in high school.
Stop! Liv. I'm sorry.
No.
Were you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
Why? No, it's fine.
I didn't have friends.
Stop.
No, I didn't. I had 2 friends throughout high school.
That's actually all you need.
Well, they bailed on me, so I don't know about that. But
okay. Send me their address. I'll get them.
I don't know. We lost touch.
Oh.
They were real, though. They were real. I didn't talk in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the 2 girls who I sat in between for graduation. To be fair, we had like almost 500 kids in our class, but like the 2 girls I sat in between, we went for rehearsal, and I was like, okay, excuse me, because they were talking. And they both looked at me, and they're like, who are you?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. And I was like, I'm Erin, it's fine. And they were like, did you go here? And I was like, yeah, I did. And they were like, all 4 years? And I was like, bitches, I know your birthdays.
You're kidding. Stop.
I know your star signs.
That's insane.
I was an enigma. I was not there. So when I went to my 10-year reunion and people were like, Erin, what's up? And I was like, don't be fake. Don't pretend.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't know me. You know me now.
I think I'll have 2 high school reunions that I'll get to go to.
Oh, damn.
Because the one in New Mexico, I moved here I had 3 months left of my senior year. And so I started a new high school. Still made it up the social ladder but the social ladder in Nebraska is very different from New Mexico.
How so?
Like in New Mexico, the popular kids were all like, they all played soccer and they all had Jeeps. Like that was them. And I was non-athletic, but it took me years to work into that friend group.
Did you have a Jeep?
No.
Damn.
I just had a good fucking personality.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you play soccer?
No.
I had a rack, but I always hit it.
No, girl,
I was, like,
let them
scared.
out. Let them breathe. You
still
got
not
to.
breathing.
I'm telling you, it gets... It
gets better. They get bigger and it gets better.
It does get better. But I come here and the top head bitches in charge are show choir kids. I'm not kidding.
Where the fuck did you go to school? No, to be fair.
Like, the football team did not compare. Like, no one gave a fuck. It was all about show choir.
What year did you graduate again?
2019.
Okay, a lot changed.
Yeah.
And
I'll shout out I went to Papio South.
Okay.
So I don't...
They had a really good show choir, though, right?
Fuck yeah, they did.
Yes. Yeah.
And so my sister, and I'm telling you, so my family had been living in Nebraska years before I moved in with them. Mm-hmm. And so my sister, I mean, for years had been trying to like infiltrate this friend group. And she was, and I know it sounds like I'm bragging, but I just have Riz.
Do it.
3 months in, I am going to prom with these people, and I bring her with me. But I just was like, I made it, baby.
That is so badass. That is so badass. That's amazing.
I think it speaks to like my ability to socialize.
Yeah.
But like, it just was once I found out who the cool kids were,
you were like,
and that
done.
they were show choir.
Easy.
Done.
These stupid bitches.
Done. I was a non-athletic friend, a part of a group, like a friend group of very highly athletic people.
You got charm. You do. You got charm. My senior prom, I spent most of the time dancing with the security guard.
Erin, what the fuck?
She was really fun.
Okay, perfect.
No, not a man.
I thought it was a man, and I was like,
No.
How did no staff clock that? How was no one
there was a
on
lot
that?
going on. My friend at the time, she was like, hey, you don't have a date for prom, so my brother, who's a freshman, is willing to go with you. And I said, sure.
Wait, yeah.
And then he didn't.
Stop.
I was cute. I was fun. I was good looking, but nope.
You still very cute, very good looking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
Screw that
Ben,
guy.
if you want to go to prom, it's too late.
It's too late.
Too late,
You'll never
Ben.
get a chance.
That's very nice.
I did feel lame because I'm not going to say I felt lame. I brought my sister to prom.
Yeah.
But no one knew that she was my sister.
Okay.
Because number one, we don't really look alike. Number two, I just showed up here.
Yeah.
She's been going here. Like, it just didn't make sense.
Could have been your daughter.
Well, no, everyone thought that we were a lesbian couple.
Oh, yeah. 2019, it would have been cool.
2019, yeah, it would have been very. But I don't know if the show choir. I had to explain this is my sibling. I don't know if they would have been. I didn't know if they were lesbian friendly. I don't know how you say that.
The show choir. No, hang on. Let me backtrack there. Gay friendly, yes.
Yes.
Lesbians,
No.
you needed to talk to the softball players.
Yeah.
So many of them have come out since. I'm so happy.
Good.
Yeah. No, it was not like a thing to come out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like 2 people did. And we were like, oh, wow, that's so brave of you. And then 5 years later, we were like, bitch, me too. What?
Yeah. I think in high school, well, like in New Mexico, there were a lot of we had a lot of bisexual, lesbian. So like it did not, for me, it felt like normal.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I mean, it wasn't unheard of to hear like of, 2 girls getting together. Like it just was normal. Like, and no one, it wasn't a big deal to find out that like, someone was dating a girl or whatever. And then I moved here and I was like, oh,
we got to rewind like 7 years.
Yeah, no, for real, because it is more of like at least from what I've heard, what I've seen, like people, it's more of a bigger deal to come out here than, the other places that I've lived, I feel like. Yeah. Like even when I lived in Pittsburgh, it was like, I felt, and I don't know how the East Coast gets down, but maybe Pittsburgh's just a dope place. But I was like, they were very LGBTQ friendly.
I feel like East Coast would be.
Yeah, they're chill as heck.
They seem like they just don't give a fuck about
They just
anyone.
don't.
Yeah.
It's like, don't, you know.
Yeah. Midwest is hard because it's like, you know, it's like Midwest nice, but everyone's like super passive aggressive and wants to know all your business and judge you in private.
Exactly.
Yeah, Midwest is tough.
And there's always, when I'm at a gig, and like, for example, this Saturday, I was at a gig and it was, wall to wall packed, just older white folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, God, I could just ruin this event by talking about
I've had shows before where I've seen like older people and I'm like, oh shit, okay, how's this gonna go?
I could ruin
Some of them
this.
are fine with it.
Some of them are fine.
My dad is like 70 years old and he's like, he told me once, and I put this in my set, I was dressed, not unlike now, but he said, you look like a lesbian in Portland, Oregon who peaked in the 90s.
Wow, that's like Portland. I'm just kidding.
Portland.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I was like, who is she, Doug?
Yeah.
Who turned you down? That's so specific. Yeah, no, my dad's cool with all of it. Like,
Yeah.
anytime he hears a joke, like a threesome joke, he's like, I thought that was good, but maybe instead if you do. And I was like, chill out, Doug.
It's really funny to hear you do your material in front of your dad. I'm like, brave. I know he gets down. Is he really 70?
69.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't like seen him. I
doesn't
just
look
know
his
that
age.
he's been in the room.
Yeah, he doesn't talk and he laughs silently. And after every show, I wait for him to be like, yo, what's up? Thank you for coming. And he dips every time.
Wow.
I'm like, well, you don't stick around. And he goes, I don't want people to know we know each other. I was
That's
like, that's real.
crazy. But real recognize real.
Yeah.
That's a good relationship.
Yeah, no, he's cool. He found out because I took Zach Peterson's class and I told him I was doing that. And he goes, do you have a show? And I said, yeah. And he goes, I'm going to come. And I said,
Oh, all right. That's really sweet. You are one of my favorites to come out of that class.
oh, shit, thank you so
They don't all
much.
turn out like you.
Thank you so much.
They don't.
Oh, God. You sound like my mom.
Like
She has a different connotation, but
I remember the first time I saw you, it was during Zach's workshop, and you were, I don't know if you were workshopping, but you were just running through the stuff you were working on, and it was cult related. And I just remember being like, this girl has unique takes, which you do. As I've gotten to know you, you always have, it's a unique take, but you can convince me that it's correct. You can.
Mercury.
Yeah,
you need
literally.
mercury in your diet.
Yeah.
It's called being a liar, but thank you.
But like, you're good at it. Like, I
you.
can be convinced. You could ruin my life because if you tell me, I will believe you. I want to believe you.
That's crazy.
It's
'cause you
giving
make me sound-
politician.
it's giving cult leader, which like, what's the diff? But
No, I'm drawn to cult vibes.
This is gonna sound bad, and I wish I could say I can defend it, but I can't. But if I had been born in the right period of time, I would have migrated to Southern California in the 60s, hung out in Haight-Ashbury, met Charles Manson, and completely ingratiated myself. I definitely would have been there. And I would have like gone to prison for that bitch and been like, and he's got a beautiful voice. Yeah. He was a musician.
Yeah.
The vibe of that was just like, they're in the desert.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Why not?
That cracks me up. I get it. I really do. Because it's like,
cults.
I also get cults. I've found myself in relationships that are so like, I'm so loyal to. I've had friendships where I'm like, this is a cult. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
But it's just like the comfort of like, just take control.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like giving. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. I've had friendships before where I'm like, I will follow you into hell. And then I did. And I was like, oh, I have to go. My mom told me I have to get home.
Yeah.
I can't be here anymore.
I can't, yeah.
It gets scary. I could be a cult follower.
What?
Not the modern cults, though.
No, because it's
They're
like,
annoying.
I don't like when there's like a whole bunch of background lore.
No, and that bitch who was just like ingesting silver and turned blue, like, dumb bitch. No, that's not fun.
It's not fun anymore.
No. Cults are too mainstream.
Yeah, I like a subtle cult.
I love Heaven's Gate for that reason. They were the weird ones.
Were those the ones with Robin Williams? Okay,
Are
sorry.
you talking about Scientology? Because I don't think he was in Scientology.
There was a cult. There's a documentary. I'm probably completely butchering it, but it was something like Robin Williams was like kind of not like him physically, but that's who they like not worship.
Oh my god, no,
Yeah.
I don't know this one. I would be down with that.
It's I think it's weird. I can't remember. It is a documentary on what's it called? Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. No, Heaven's Gate was the ones where they were around for forever, and then they like peaked in the 90s because they killed themselves.
Yes, okay.
And they basically thought that like they could ascend to another planet, like a utopia with aliens and stuff. But like the members were mostly there willingly. Like,
Yeah.
people said they were brainwashing, but you could leave at like any time. Like
That's nice.
yeah, and the guys like mostly were willingly castrated, which I also find
Wow.
hot. Hot. That's the only group of men I can be around for a sustained amount of time. Yeah. When they dipped too, though, they wore like matching sweatsuits and Nike tennis shoes, which was like my go-to fit in elementary school because I had sensory issues. No, there are photos of me. I had 2 purple sweatsuits. One was Adidas, one was Mud. I had tennis shoes tied so tightly that like my dad almost broke his back trying to tie them every morning. And I went to school and I was like, this is fine. And then one day, my mom comes home and she said, you're embarrassing us. You need to stop doing this. So I don't know if you can be bullied out of autism, but possibly.
That's really funny.
I love that cult so much. I would have felt so at home.
Yeah. No,
It's fine. You can look up their logo sometime. It's a really good logo.
when this laptop gets charged, I'll
Aesthetic.
Yeah, it's just here for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
You piqued my interest a little bit with your attire for that was elementary school, you said?
Yeah. Yep.
I respect it. I really do.
Thank you.
I don't think I had sensory issues, but I just was overweight. And so I definitely like what I could wear was, limited. Like when I was great, like I was lucky enough to like get an outfit every once in a while from Justice.
Damn.
I know.
I worked at Justice when I was in high school. I wanted to die.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah. It was horrible.
Why?
My friend worked there. It was my first job. First shift, Black Friday, no training.
Stop.
Yeah. I left 2 months later.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot, but I love that store.
They had really cute stuff. I was limited too, but we were also different times. So I think limited 2 was like phasing out.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that was the place to go. Justice
Really?
was like coming around.
Really?
Yeah. Limited 2. I got like the catalogs. My mom was so sweet. One year she bought me this outfit in there. It was like a yellow and pink bubble skirt with like this hot pink like tube top, but it could also have like straps and like sparkles on it. Felt so cute. I had to wear like a white jean jacket with it to school though because I couldn't show my shoulders because I was 9 and apparently sexual. And like one of the boys looked at me and he goes, "You're too fat to wear that."
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He's in jail now.
Oh, thank God.
So everything worked out for the best.
Everything does really, it really does.
When I
work
say
out.
jail, I do mean prison. He's fully locked up.
That's good.
Yeah, he deserves it.
What did he do?
I don't know. He tried to be a SoundCloud rapper at one point. I don't know if it's
I
related.
dated one of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
like dated fully?
Oh, yeah. Like committed myself in a relationship.
Is that the cult? That was the cult.
No, but it kind of felt like it. I'm telling you though.
That's wild.
Dude, it is wild.
How old were you?
He's passed now, but
Oh, your joke about like resting in his yes,
Yes.
yeah, that's him.
that's him.
That's real.
He really Big Graham. He
Big Graham, baby.
Yeah, but that's
Big
really.
Graham.
I mean, he's a verified artist on.
Is he verified?
He is very. It's like
Okay. Could be worse.
I will say because I knew a lot of SoundCloud rappers because I lived in Mexico.
Okay.
Everyone was really. It was really popular.
Yeah.
Especially like 2016.
Yeah.
It was so everyone was becoming a SoundCloud rapper. So I was not impressed by it, but we were at a house party or something, and he started freestyling, and that usually is the ick. It gives me the biggest ick, but like low key,
Was it good?
It was really good. It was like I was like, whoa,
This is like Hamilton right now.
is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen Hamilton.
You haven't?
No.
Are you not a musical person?
No,
I don't
but
care.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, I don't care. If a dude started freestyling with me, though, I'd be like, "You should be in Hamilton," and that's when he'd leave. So
I was swooned, and like
I get it.
Yeah, it was something, and also because like when he did it, he like incorporated my name and stuff, and I was like, I'm in, sold.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
worst experience of my life, though, ever.
I could see that.
It was terrible. Damn. But every once in a while, so like, what's crazy? So he died, but the label that he signed to has like all his music, and so they keep like putting out.
Oh shit!
Like his stuff.
Oh my god!
But we had such a terrible. Like I got this man sent to jail.
Nice.
Like this, we had such a terrible ending to our relationship. So like they keep dropping these albums, but it's just like new diss tracks for me. Like I'll listen to them and I'm like, you're kidding.
This bitch is roasting me from the fucking grave.
Literally.
Oh my god.
It's unhinged. It's like, you know, I feel like I've been wanting to write a joke about it.
You should do a TikTok story time for this.
I want to because it's and what's crazy is like I can tell like he's getting, because he was also in the military at the time, so he like
okay,
yeah, full time supporting the troops. But
I was just wondering how he made time for it all. Very impressive. I mean, SoundCloud, military, jail. Yeah, he was moving and grooving.
So that he is forced to, you know, he is discharged from the military. Okay. So he's forced to pursue rap full time, but not gonna. He's forced. He has
no choice. He has to feed his family. It's either serve your country or serve cunt. Fair.
He made his choice, and I will say, he did not do bad.
Yeah,
he's got his music video. Everything looks good.
Wow.
Yeah, he did I think he did okay for the time that he was here. But he has said some foul things about me where I'm like,
flag on the play.
Yeah, no.
Too much.
I mean, there was one. So the joke I was trying to write was because there's like one song, which I want to find it because he's rapping and he's like, but he stops rhyming because it's like he's getting so mad. It's like, he loses the rhyme, and he's just like,
he was in it.
Yeah, but like it got to the point where he was like, I understand why your parents don't like you. Straight up, like it was like just going in. Like there was no lyric, and I remember being like, damn. Like I don't know, but also in the same breath, I am a narcissist a little bit.
Okay,
so I'll listen and be like,
that's just confidence.
Thank you.
That's just being confident.
It's just also, it's like, I mean, I feel like not many people can say they've had music written about them.
No.
And I've got, I mean, albums. And and so I do sometimes, I like, you know.
Yeah. No, I would brag about that. I would. That's huge.
But also that I think I was very toxic as well.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not all good things.
No.
You can see it. It's funny, though, if you go over you can see, like, when things were good.
Yeah.
And then where things
it's like
fell
Taylor
off.
Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was my Taylor Swift.
I see why your parents don't like you. Yeah. Joslyn's version. Re-released. I mean, it wouldn't do anything because, you know, he wouldn't get it, but I would love to have response. I want my own diss track and response. Do it. Who cares? Who cares? He's dead. Yeah, sorry, rest in peace. But like, you have stuff to say too.
Exactly. Yeah. I want my side of the story.
Yeah, you should.
We are back. Took a small intermission because I am experiencing the symptoms of being a woman, and Erin unfortunately had to see me in a very raw and vulnerable state. I can't swallow pills, so I chew them, and I chewed them over our public sink in the break room. How did you feel about what just happened?
I've never seen somebody chew pills. Ever.
It scares people when I do it.
I'm not scared. I just feel so bad for you because, like, when you have a toothache, you put, like, ibuprofen on the tooth and it, like, sinks into your system faster, so it helps. And I've done that. And it gets to the point every time where, like, tasting it makes me want to vomit. Yeah. So I'm like, you are raw dogging it, like, biting into this shit like candy. But you were so sad doing it.
I was, like, hunched over the sink, like, spitting out of my mouth.
It was like watching a dog try to take medication and they're like, no, it's there. It's there.
It was me and Lauren went to the Supernovas game, and I don't know what is going on with my body, but my cramps have just been so severe where I have to take like extreme amounts of Midol in order to like
just function,
just manage the pain. And I had taken 4 before the game. And then you can only take the max is 6 in a day. So I taken 4 before the game, and then we're sitting there, and I'm like, it's starting to creep back in, like the cramps. And so then I take 2 more, but I don't have applesauce with me, and we're sharing a Diet Coke. And so I'm like, hey, I need to chew this. And her body, she physically moved her body away from me.
I don't blame her.
I get it, because it's like the sound of me crunching it too. Like it is.
It's just jarring. Like, if I opened the pills, physically had them in my hand and handed them to you in your hand, and saw them go from your hand into your mouth.
Yeah.
And still, I was like, did she get a snack? Like,
no.
What's she chewing on?
Yeah. Well, because I put it in my mouth because I was going to try to swallow it in front of you. I was like, well, maybe, like,
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
But then I like couldn't swallow it, and then I was gonna chew it, and I was like, but I haven't had the conversation with her about I chew my pills, and so I didn't want to just chew it in front of you.
Yeah, but then you just started laughing and spitting in the sink, and I was like, something's wrong. Oh, poor thing.
And then
poor thing.
As this is happening, Scott, one of the graphic designers here at Hurrdat, walks in, and I don't know why I approached him. I think it was just like bad timing, but I was just like, Scott, like, I don't know why I said that to him. But I didn't mean it bad. I just was like, you have all the times to see Scott.
He was like, what's going on?
He literally was like, what did I do?
What did I do? I was like, she's chewing pills. And he goes, who doesn't? Damn. Listen, the pill thing, like the limit, not real.
It.
Not real. You can take as many pills as you need.
Okay. Well,
no, you can't. No, you can't. No,
you can't say stuff like that.
I've done that before. I've taken too many pills. Don't do it. Except you can if your pain's not going away.
I am though. Because I only brought 2 Midol with me, so I am gonna have to go to the gas station and get more Midol.
Yeah.
And I just don't like. I literally. My ailments this weekend. Sorry, this is turning into like a conversation I should be having with my doctor, but
I'm a doctor.
Shut the fuck. Okay, stop. Because you could literally convince me.
I did go to nursing school for 2 years before I dropped out.
Yeah. You are a doctor.
I didn't do that.
I'm too.
I got a bachelor's in creative writing from UNO, and I watch House. That's it. But tell me your symptoms. I read a lot.
What's up? Am bloating, cramping, pain. I was in Target getting medication and crying while doing it because I was just like in pain.
Yeah.
And like couldn't move, and like, oh my God, the pain has just been so crazy. And then also, it's Sunday. I'm getting dressed. I find a purple mole. Sorry, hold on. A purple, look at this. Is that cancer? Do I have cancer?
Hang on.
That's cancer.
No. Well,
look at this.
Can I feel it or no?
It's flat. No, keep it.
It's not raised. You're fine.
It's not raised, but it's purple/red.
You can go get it looked at. I guess you probably should, but like it's okay right now.
My whole brain has been like, I'm having these cramps. I have this. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably.
Okay,
but
that's fine.
Me too.
It's fine. Everyone will at some point.
Sooner the better, baby. I'm kidding. I'm fine.
I was crying last night because I was, I was thinking about those people that were in Hawaii when they got that false text being like,
"Oh God,
dude,
yes. That was wild,
dude.
That would have sent me into a tailspin."
Oh my! And like I was sobbing last night reading. I'm sorry to get into this topic, but I was sobbing because it was like there were people who had the reaction of just like holding their loved ones, but then there were people who just like went about. Like, they were like, well, me and my family, like, we made breakfast and we were eating breakfast together. Like, they just, went about the day like, they wanted the last moments to be, and I don't know why, dude. I was like, that would ruin me. I was like, why wasn't there, like, financial compensation or something?
There should have been. There should have been.
Like, that is so...
People should sue more.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I would sue for a lot for that.
And, like, apparently, which I saw this in one of the comments. I don't know if this actually happened, that people were, like, unaliving themselves before. I don't know if that actually happened, but still, I just feel like that is insane that happened to me.
It happened to Joslyne. It has all happened. Joslyne was in Hawaii and she almost died, and this is her first time talking about it. I'm a therapist. You can tell me.
I'm just saying.
Reveal the trauma. It happened to you.
It feels.
Joslyne is such an empath that worldwide events hit her so hard.
I mean, kind of.
No, that's real.
Sobbing last night.
Do you cry a lot? Like, do you cry easily?
It depends. Recently, I've been crying about. I that's actually the second time that specific event has made me cry, because I just think about like what I would do in that situation, and then. But other things that have been making me cry. Oh, I was making cookies for a party, and I fucked up the recipe, and it was 3.5 dozens worth of, and I fucked up the recipe, and I just cried. I sobbed for a minute, and then I put my makeup on and I left. But
yeah,
it was just it's really random, the things that do get to me.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't cry.
You don't cry, Erin? Nothing?
I cry maybe like a handful of times a year.
Wow.
Like I don't know. My response to things normally is not to cry. I'm just like, well, this fucking sucks. Wow. And I get mad.
I understand getting mad.
I'm like a man.
But sometimes sometimes I just reflect over everyone in my life.
I love that though.
And I get emotional.
Too, but I don't cry.
Wow.
I've never been like a big crier. I should. It would help me a lot.
If I need to cry, which sometimes I just need to for the release.
Yeah.
I just imagine like someone in my life that I care about just dying, and like what I would say at their funeral. And then I that like thinking of what I would say makes me cry. And then I'm like, God, and then I have to be like, they're alive, because then it goes too far in my brain, and I have to go, no. Backtrack. They're okay.
You're prepared though. Like,
yeah.
For everyone to die before you, so you can give a eulogy.
I know, but then this is where I do think I have narcissism, is because it's like sometimes it's like, I know I'm gonna die, and I'm like, what if I died now, like young? It would make me mad just because like I'm like, well, shoot, like I wouldn't get to hear what people would have to say.
That's not narcissism. That is being a woman.
I just want to know what people would say.
I want the validation.
Like, the episode of I think it's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where I can't remember who it is, but he has his funeral and he's waiting in the upstairs bedroom while everyone is downstairs, and he's watching his funeral. I think that's completely valid.
Are you talking about Kurt? Because there's also an episode of Arrested Development. That one's different though. They don't say anything nice about him, but
different. This is Curb, because everyone's going in and like making these really nice speeches, and he's listening.
Gotcha.
And I understand that, and I would want that, because I just want to know what people would say. But then again, I feel like people wouldn't take it seriously.
Oh, yeah, no, like when I die, I've told people I don't think I'm going to get past 50, which I'm fine with.
Really?
Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a vibe. I'm not upset about it. I don't really want to.
Okay.
But I've told them, I'm like, y'all have to take this seriously. Like, I will be dead. And my friends are like, you stupid bitch. Nice. Nobody's taking that shit seriously. Which, fair. Nobody should.
My great grandma is 96 right now.
Jesus.
So Christ. I think genetically I'm in the books for a long one.
Do you want one? Do you want a long life?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
I do. I think the thing is though, is like, she starts saying stuff like, the only thing I got to look forward to is heaven. So I feel like when it gets about that time, just put an IV in my arm and send me off.
My grandma says the same thing, except the only thing she has to look forward to is King of Queens.
King of Queens?
TV show.
Oh,
with Leah Remini.
Yeah,
she fucking loves TV.
I get it.
That's all she wants to do. She lives in an assisted living facility. She's like 87. She's like, I don't want to socialize. I want to eat and watch my TV. And
that's like, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. She's real for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it, I think, for when I get older. I respect my good grandma though, because she's got friends, and yeah, she was in a parade. I'm telling you, she's very spry.
That's
I don't know if
badass.
I use that word.
No, you are. Yeah.
Thank you for validating me.
I'm a grammarian.
Stop, because you can't. I'm starting to catch on to you.
I did I graduated with a degree in creative writing.
Dude,
I do know.
oh,
I do know.
Okay.
Grammar and spelling. Yes.
Okay.
I was spelling bee champ at my elementary school, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm. That was after the sweatsuits, so I got popular.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your success.
Thanks.
You're talking to 3rd place state, Alabama spelling bee champ right here. So,
Oh, shit.
3rd place.
Okay, never
probably
mind.
2012.
Oh, I don't want to brag anymore.
Why?
3rd place, Alabama. I was champion of my school.
My
school.
Yeah,
God
no,
damn.
baby, I went state.
What
My mom was also the spelling bee coach of our school.
Oh,
So she was drilling me.
damn.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
word knocked you out? Do you remember?
Porcelain.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
It was porcelain, and it was so embarrassing. Yeah.
It's humiliating.
It was like when it happened too, because they're like, I remember I was trying to give myself more time to think, so then I was like, can I have it in a sentence? Mm-hmm. Definitely. Like I was going through all of them, and everyone knew I was gonna fold, but I was holding strong for a while.
Do you know how to spell it now?
It's Porcelain.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
porcelain.
Yep.
I can't remember what I said. I think I might have forgotten the A or something. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah. That's tough.
It's tough, but you know what? I'm glad I can hear and I can talk about it.
I'm better for it.
Yeah.
I'm better for
I
getting knocked out.
loved spelling bees were I love that.
I love that. Did you ever see the movie Aquila and the Bee?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. No one talks about it.
No. And then, did you ever watch Psych?
No, but it's on my list. Do they have a spelling bee?
They have a spelling bee episode. It's one of the first couple episodes, and it's so just good. It
Okay.
just is good. And that's just a good show in general that I think that the American public should have to just watch.
What's it on?
I don't know. I think it used to be on Netflix.
Okay.
But Netflix fucking is taking a shit right now.
I can't watch Netflix because they did the whole like household password
that's
sharing
so,
thing.
yeah.
I haven't watched Netflix in months. I'm like, fuck you guys. I don't need this. I'm
I
on
didn't
Hulu.
understand that. And then, because then Lauren was trying to watch a documentary and she's like, well, I don't have Netflix. And I was like, well, use mine. She was like, do you
can't.
not know what's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't.
You're not up to date on the state of the world.
I guess because I pay for my own. I pay for every single. I've never used someone else's subscription before.
I pay for every single one except Netflix.
That's
Netflix
funny.
was the only one because we got it when I was like 17.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no, I don't have Netflix, so I don't know what's going on over there. I'm on
It's
Hulu.
not a whole lot, to be honest, unless you are interested in getting caught up in Love is Blind. Love is Blind is really important.
Not
It's on
Love
Netflix.
is Blind. Oh, I didn't
thinking
watch
of The
that.
Bachelor.
I need to watch that. I did watch a few episodes of, what was it, Love Island, the British show.
Oh, Love Island. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't understand them.
I hate their accents. Sorry.
It's just so fucking strong. It feels
Yeah.
like they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And their slang is fucking stupid.
And I have to have I have the captions on for everything,
Always.
regardless.
I think that's something that should be studied. Because I think everybody under the age of like 35 always has captions on.
Yeah.
Like,
no, my parents hate it. And I'm like,
yeah.
don't you guys need this?
Like, I don't understand what's going on with all of us, but like, if I have something on without captions, I lose my shit.
exactly.
Like, I can't focus.
Yeah.
I need to see that's why I'm so good at spelling. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. No, but like, I will start watching something. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. What's going
Yeah.
on? Especially House. House has a lot
I gotta
of
get
medical
into House
terminology.
now. I did a medical term spelling bee. I competed in that for the
Jesus.
state of New Mexico.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What
And-
word knocked you out? Do you remember that one?
Shoot, I actually don't remember.
They're crazy.
But yeah, I remember that was like bagging this. I got this.
Damn. Did you study medical stuff?
Yeah, when we had Cameron Longson on, I touched on it briefly because I was like, we had.
Oh, you did that competition.
Yeah, I was in HOSA,
What is that?
Health Occupation Students of America.
I've never heard of that.
That's so funny because that was my world for a really long time.
Was it like learning to like triage people or just like treat certain medical?
There were so many. Literally every single facet of whatever you could take classes and courses, and then it's like every state has HOSA, but it's like everyone gathers to compete. So we all gathered in Albuquerque, and me and my friends. It was me and my best friend Taylor, and we competed in CPR and all that stuff.
So you can give CPR?
My certification is expired because I haven't gotten renewed. Probably it needs to be renewed, but I was like BLS CPR certified.
I don't even know what BLS is.
Basic life support. So just like,
Damn.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do any of it. I don't
That's
know.
okay.
I was taking classes to get my paralegal certificate, and we were learning about like torts and stuff like that. And they were like, basically, if you see like somebody on the beach drowning, then you can take it upon yourself to like pull them to shore and perform CPR if you feel comfortable. But if they die, you can be sued for like mistreatment or something.
Shoot.
So they
Yeah.
were like, so we had a discussion board online, and the instructor was like, so what do we take from this? And we're like, leave everyone
Yeah.
for themselves.
Yeah.
Don't help anybody.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not helping anybody.
I can't handle court. Gives me anxiety. I don't want to go to court. Get
Court's
sued.
boring. Court's boring as hell most of the time.
Yeah,
But
it's fine. I went recently. I went January 3rd. Had to go to court. I was caught riding dirty. Coming back from KC.
yeah.
Which I would like to speak on this. My insurance like had like lapsed, so like it like was the end of my, what's it called? Like you buy it, you pay monthly. Yeah, and just the end of my coverage.
Yeah.
And I maybe it was going to like the wrong email. I got nothing, and so it had lapsed, and then I had not renewed it
You had to go to court for that?
because I didn't have my insurance wasn't valid.
Stupid.
And then also, so then the cop, when he pulled us over, because I was with you. Have you met Nick Kashevsky?
Yeah. Yep.
I was with Nick, and he was so pissed. He was so pissed because it was late at night.
Right.
It was super late, and like now this is happening. I don't have insurance, and I was trying to be like, I was like putting the pieces together in my head as this was happening.
Yeah.
But I lied at first because I was like, no, like I'm good on insurance. Like I'm fine. I have it.
Yep.
And then the cop, he gets to the bottom of my bullshit, and he goes, well, just buy the insurance, like do it right now. But I had just, not even kidding, canceled my cards because I left my card in Kansas City.
Damn.
And so I was just like, I was fucked from all angles.
He like tried to give you a way out too.
He really did. He really
Damn.
did. And he was like, can you not? And I was like, I was speechless, but I was just like, I just fucking canceled my
Not all of
cards.
us have active cards at the moment. So.
Yeah.
Not
And,
all of us are wealthy.
I was talking to someone after, and they're like, why didn't you just make Nick pay for it? And then like Venmo Nick. And I was like,
That's not going through your head.
No, I'm like, it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Nick's been acting like a boy in the passenger seat. I will vent very briefly on this. This boy was on TikTok, no headphones, volume up. I'm playing my music.
Oh my
volume
God.
up, spitting sunflower seeds. Sunflower, which one of those things, like if you want to listen to your TikTok, like a little bit
you can't do both.
But
you can't do both.
TikTok, loud.
He
Seeds
should have
out.
paid for your coverage just as punishment for that.
He should have.
Yeah, that's not fair.
And then also, so like that's happening. Rain is coming down. Rain is pouring on the way home. I'm stressed. Like I'm driving, like literally my chest is to the wheel.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. And then like after all that happens, like I kind of just start venting because I'm like, I'm just really stressed. Like you've just been like noisy, and then like the the rain and everything. Like I'm just really going. And he was like, the rain. And he was like, I had no idea that you felt that way. He was like, I wish you would have said something. I could have drove. Like I would have drove in your car. And I was like, but you see, I was like, because I bottle
can't.
it all up.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can't.
You just didn't even care.
You didn't ask. You didn't ask if I should ask you to drive.
And then his phone died and he fell asleep. And then he woke up to the sound of me getting pulled over. Like his phone dying was saving grace.
He was just having a regular day, and you were having a full breakdown.
Like he had no idea what was happening on the left side of the car.
No.
No
He's locked in.
And like it was as it was happening, I was just texting Lauren. I was like, I hate men.
Not even related to this, just in general. I used to do this thing. Don't feel bad about canceling your cards, by the way, because when I was 21 until I was like probably almost 25, I used to go out and get shit-faced, and I would spend every time. I used to start, I would go to the Dubliner, because we would go downtown.
Yeah.
Stop in the Dubliner real quick, and I would do 3 Irish car bombs, 3 shots of wild turkey.
Yo, that's crazy.
And then I'm starting my night.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
That explains why on New Year's Eve when we went out, like I felt like I was, you saw me. I was drunk.
Yeah.
I remember looking, but you were like a sturdy ship. Nothing could break you.
Yeah, no, I
was drinking that
am
drink.
an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic.
No, I know.
No. I'm just having
But you're
fun.
just well trained. But I
went through a lot.
I remember having that drink in front of me and sipping on it and looking at you being like, if I finish this, I can't finish this.
I need food.
Yeah. I went up to the lady working, one of the bartenders, and I just was like literally tried to look as sober as possible. But I was just
I
like,
know that feeling.
I just was like, hey, like I have been drinking and I haven't eaten today really. I had like a bite of that fucking gross ass chicken from the bowling alley. And I was
didn't have any chicken.
Good.
I didn't get
you
get
got
that.
the feathered bones, the ribs.
I don't know if I got it. I don't know what I ate Jello shots. That's all I ate that
Dude,
night.
so many Jello shots, and then
They
the
were so good.
champagne. I was drinking everyone else's champagne,
so bad.
and then I was having Coronas.
Yeah, yeah.
And also I did not eat that entire day. I had fasted.
Yeah. Well, I remember at Tiny House, Megan and Lauren and I at one point we were like, "Where the hell is Joslyne?"
And then I was outside.
You were outside. We were
Yeah.
like, "You ready to go?" And you were like, "Yeah."
Well,
It's cold. How long have you been out
I
here?
was outside sobbing. I will tell you after.
Okay,
what
I
happened.
thought you were in the bathroom. I assumed you were like in a warm place.
No, there had been. I mean, it was like a Housewives dramatic scene that had taken place.
Ugh.
You and Lauren were locked in on a conversation.
We were,
I was
yeah.
having a whole sidebar. And
Okay.
then I got up and left and cried and called my sister and was like,
Oh.
whatever. And then Lauren FaceTimes me and was like, what the fuck?
Lauren FaceTimed you while we were at Tiny
Yeah,
House?
she FaceTimed me and I'm sitting outside by the fence.
That's how she found you.
Fuck, just sad,
Oh,
sobbing.
God.
And then, you took us home.
Yeah,
And I still was like,
as you should. It's your God-given... You're 22?
I'm 22.
God-given, right. I was saying...
I always cry on New Year's, though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's just seasonal.
When those years when I would go out all the time, I would spend too much money on drinks multiple times. There was one year this happened 7 times. I kept a tally.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Night's almost over. And I'm shit-faced. And I was like, well, I've spent too much money. And I took my card and I threw it in the street. And I went home. And the next morning I canceled it.
I've heard this story.
I did it multiple times. My bank was like, why does this keep happening? And I'm like, fraud. It's stolen. I literally would throw my card in the street. Like, there was one night I had these boots on that I didn't want to wear anymore. I took my card and I said, fuck it. And then I took off my shoes and I threw them in a trash can and I said, fuck it. And then I took an Uber home in my sock feet that cost $100. And I woke up the next morning and decided to do it all again. So wow. I was 24 at the time. So I don't think I got frontal lobe development.
Dude, people have been bringing up my frontal lobe and I'm getting pissed.
I mean, they say it develops at 25, but that didn't hit for me. I don't have it. It's just not there. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm more irresponsible now than I was before. Like,
That's okay.
I'm regressing.
That's okay. I like it. I don't want one. Everyone who
You can
has
keep that.
one...
Someone else can. It's so boring.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry. If you flex your frontal lobe to me, I don't care.
Everyone with a
So
frontal
what,
lobe.
you go to bed on time?
Everyone with a frontal lobe wants to be home by like 11 p.m. I'm like, it's like that classic sound. Like, why am I the only one popping my pussy right now? Like, I'm just trying to get tater tots at like midnight. What the fuck? Everyone's like, I have to go home. I'm like, what?
It's like live.
What?
Live.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and I respect people for that.
I do.
I'm happy for you, but like, fuck.
It's like, yeah. Why am I alone?
Truly,
Yeah.
whenever all my friends are like, we have to go home, I'm like,
Do we?
what?
I'm like, the night is young.
The night is young. I got shit-faced a couple weekends ago, and I remember having a conversation, and during the conversation in my head being like, this isn't going to be good.
No.
And just staring straight ahead. And I got Taco Bell, and that was good. Mm-hmm. And then I got home, and I went, whew. And I went to bed, and I woke up 12 hours later, and I was like, yeah. I was like, damn, I felt fine.
Yeah?
I felt totally fine. But yeah, no, I was in the moment having a conversation like, you're fucked up. You are fucked up.
Yeah, I know
okay.
that feeling.
Yeah.
That's how I felt New Year's, and that's why, like,
Yeah.
It was talking to you. It genuinely was talking to you. Like the room was spinning.
Yep.
I was like, I have to.
Overdid it.
Yeah.
Overdid it. Yeah.
And then I, the next day, I don't think I ate until like 5 or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I was just sick.
Yeah.
Like I was so sick. So I didn't throw up, but I was sick.
You know what got me so drunk the other night though was I forget what it's called, but it's those little things. They sell them at Blackstone Theater. The margarita thing.
God, the cut water.
Yes. That fucked me
Fucking
up.
14%. Yeah.
Fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yes, that was wild. And I kept drinking. I had 2 Trulies in addition to that.
Yeah,
and I
brutal.
was in Penelope's car with Sophie, and I cracked one, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I was
That's
like, "Don't
loose.
worry,
That's
Don't-
loose.
We're still going.
That's loose.
We're still going, baby."
But I respect it.
Thank you.
Erin, we have ripped an hour.
We have ripped a full hour.
I've had a very good time with you.
I've really enjoyed
I
this.
like talking to you
I
generally.
love talking to you.
So I knew that this was going to be a really good time.
This was really fun.
You're very funny.
You're very funny.
This is a really good time for you as well. If you want to plug your socials, people can follow you. People can come to your shows and see you live.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know my usernames. Hang on. Hang on. My TikTok. Okay, my TikTok's easy. It's just Erin Clough 1130. Because when I created a TikTok in 2019, rather a girl I was babysitting for created one for me. She gave me the username Shrek's Dumpster plus Peppa.
That's unhinged.
And I didn't know how to change it for a really long time. So it's no longer, and Shrek was misspelled. So it's no longer Shrek's Dumpster plus Peppa. It is my first and last name, 1130. And then Instagram is erin.clough.94.
I know that's right.
Huh?
I said, I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Good
just
plugs.
put my birthdays in there. I had an Instagram account. It was a really good name. And then someone hacked it a few years ago.
I'm sorry that happened.
They were jealous of my 200 followers.
Hey, I'm about to hit 300, or maybe I'm about to hit 400.
Damn.
I had to rebuild after I deleted my account. So
Yeah.
I'm starting from scratch, building.
I'm at like 175, so
Respect it. We're keeping it
close. Only the real ones are allowed to follow.
Yeah, what's the point of a close friends list? You're like, it's just my following.
It's just
at this
my
point.
followers. I turn down followers all the time.
Good. Be picky, be choosy. That's really good. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I had a really good time with you.
I had a good time with you. Thanks for chewing your pills.
Spit them back out. No, I swallowed.
Ayo. Gross.